Also later in the day, but in today's video we're gonna be hitting tries and shoulders. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. We're gonna start with a nice intensity workout. So the best thing about these is like when you can feel it a day or two after, that's how you know it's been a good workout. That's how you know you really pushed it in the gym. And just like, so if you don't push past discomfort, you're really not going to go anywhere. That was my biggest thing when I first started out is I would go into the gym, I would do reps, and not every single time, but a lot. I would stop right after I start feeling it, and I'm just like, oh, I can't do more. But once you really get out of that mindset and you're like, wow, I can push more, I can do way better than that, that's when you really start getting into it. And you just start pushing. And then you just try going more and more past your limits. And then you really feel it the next day. That's what you want. You want to push it to that point every single time. That's what your rest days are for. You have that one day where you do nothing. Yeah, you don't just sit around in your house, but you're just gonna like do nothing. You're just gonna rest. Maybe go outside for a little bit, but you're not gonna like go to the gym. You might do some cardio. I mean, that's a good rest day as long as you're not overworking yourself that day, going on like a whole race. But it's gonna be pretty good. So you just got to go out there and you just got to push past the limits you do, and you just got to do better than the day before. You want to push harder than that day. Now you don't want to do this every single day because you don't want to injure yourself, of course. So don't injure yourself, but push yourself to a point where it feels good, and it feels like that was amazing. So we're gonna go into the workout now. So I think we're going straight into some tricep pull downs. It's gonna be nice.
All right, y'all, here we go. We're gonna start with some tricep push downs, pull downs. That was pretty good. We did about 10 reps of 82.5. Something nice, something nice little warm up set. Going to our second set. All right, y'all. Got some blue raspberry pre. Okay. I never take pre, so see what this does. We're gonna move the weight down, keep it controlled. Going to our second set. All right, it's not bad. I'm gonna move on to something else. Start with the left side here. What's up the weight? I'm gonna go to 27.5. Okay. Move on to the right side here. Here we go. So nice reps, 27.5. We did it for about 8 reps each side. So that's pretty good. We're gonna move on to our second set in a second. We're gonna keep the weight, and then maybe for our last set, we'll up it. Sounds pretty good to me. Or actually, this is our second set. Keeping it at 22.5. We're gonna start with our right arm this time. Go into our left arm. Go for 8 reps. Here we go. 8 reps. My left arm's definitely a little bit weaker on the tricep part, but that's all right. We did it pretty good. So here we go. I don't know how this is gonna look, so we just go right there. Whew. That's pretty good for our last set. We kind of pushed it on both arms. So the next thing we're gonna go into is dips. We're gonna see how that goes, and then should be pretty fun after that. Get some water in us and move on after that. Okay, wasn't too bad. Let's see how that looks on video. Whew. That's a good second set. Okay, here we go, guys. So this one we're doing the, I actually kind of forget what it's called. I just want behind the back push-ups, I guess. That's what I'll call them. I don't know, they're for your triceps. I love them. This is just a lightweight. We're just gonna get the feeling for it. You go right up against it right here. Go straight down. Tuck the elbows a little bit. It's not bad. Let's up the weight to 60. Actually, we'll do 52. Start at 52. That's a nice start for a first set. All right, here we go. All right, that was pretty good. We got, I think it was 10 reps there, which is pretty nice for our set. We're going a little faster. Could slow it down just a bit, give us more of a an impact on it, but that was pretty good. And we are going to be working on a new intro too, because that intro is a little bit long. It's just I don't fancy it as I used to. I made it and I was like, man, that's pretty fire. But now, I mean, maybe it's just the older I get. I don't know, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Nice. All right, so we did another 10 on that one. That's actually really easily. I mean, not easy, but we're gonna try to move up to actually, you know what? Is that 60 or 57.5? If we had the 1.5 on there, that'll bring it up to 59. So should be pretty good. And then that'll be our last set for that. We'll go into skull crusher. Same movement. We're just gonna be going straight down and then up. We're actually gonna do the laying down ones. Usually I do the overhead. We're gonna lay down and do them. That should get us a deep stretch on it, and then we'll see what's next. Here we go. Let's make sure this is straight. Looks pretty straight to me. So we upped it to 60 pounds. See how that is. Gotta be careful on the elbows on these. All right. That's pretty good. We get some Vinland Saga playing at the end of that. But that was 60. Pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah, that was 60. It didn't feel as bad, to be honest. Could have moved up, but we're gonna push it. That was our third set in that motion. I'm not feeling it real much in that one. What we might do is we might do some push downs with the actual bar. So we might do these. I don't know. Let's go into skull crushers and we'll see how that feels. Here we go. Let's find a good weight for this. You know, honestly, this probably started at 50. I think we did 60 last time, but oh, it already feels pretty light too, just picking it up. So I feel my triceps getting real sore though. Absolutely love that. All right, here we go. We're gonna go for 8. If that feels way too light, we would do 12 and up to 8. Here we go. Sweet. Did 12 of those. That was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. The bicep kind of stops that movement a little bit though, but it's pretty good. We're gonna get into our second set here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the 60s now. 50s weren't bad, but we need to up the weight a little bit. Find out which one's the 60s. Cool. All right. Here we go. That one wasn't it. That's pretty good though. Oh, make sure this is still on. Yep. Oh, solid 7 reps on that one. Wasn't too bad, but whew, that hurt. Here we go. Here we go. I almost forgot it was just shoulder day today. I almost just did tries. Hopefully this machine works tries a bit too, so hopefully this will give me the little push I need for tomorrow. Alright. Start at 75. $90. Sweet. Whew. That's a nice 90 pounds. I gotta do a little superset there, 75 and 90. I really love this machine now. I might have to adjust it just a bit, but honestly, even though I don't really feel it in my shoulders, I definitely do later on in the day. Honestly, triceps too. As soon as you push that thing up, you flex the tricep a little bit. Whew, that's amazing. It's a shoulder press machine. You can do it multiple different ways without a machine, but this machine, I really love this one, so I'd recommend it. I'm going to our second set here, and then we're gonna use the bathroom, and then we're gonna hit our third set. Or is this our third set? This is our second set. We're gonna do something else after this one. Here we go. Come on. I didn't even count there, but that was pretty good. Whew. All right, y'all. Before we get back out there, let's do a little tricep pump there. One thing about tricep days is it just inflates. No, nothing else. It just, let's get this back in here. I'm not good at flexing my tris either, so that's all I got for y'all, but oh crap, let me take a seat. All right, so it was a nice tricep day. We hit a bunch of tricep stuff. I don't really know what to say there. It was a nice intensity workout. We did a bunch of polish reps on the pull downs. So we stayed down there for a second flexing, and then we went back up and then straight back down to flex. And then we did this for a little bit, and we went on to some skull crushers, which are really nice. And honestly, I feel like I still have more in the tank, but my muscles say they don't, which is honestly a really good feeling because you're like, I can push more, but I literally can't. So that's amazing. We're gonna head back out there, do one more exercise, probably do 2 sets of that to failure, and then we're gonna head out. All right, yo, let's get it. I don't know how this ankle's gonna be, but we're gonna test it out. If it sucks, it sucks. But we don't have our actual machine. Holy crap! This does not need to be that high up. Okay, 47. Yeah, we don't have our actual one we always use, so we're just gonna do this one. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna wait 1 minute. We're gonna do our last one for that. Yo, so we've had a pretty good tricep workout day today. We're on our last set here. We are gonna change the weight up. Do 62.5. Do something really hard. See what we can get with it. I hate this extension, but it's all right. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good shoulder and try day today. I mean, for tries, we hit a pretty good extensive workout. Nice reps, nice pause, nice like just tension in it. And then for our shoulders, we did pretty good on that too. We do nice simple movements. We'll do a nice shoulder day, to be honest, because we need to make up for it. We haven't done one in a minute, so keep on going.